Imagine waking up tomorrow and discovering that your paycheck is gone. No salary, no overtime, no bonus, no second source of income. Now ask yourself one uncomfortable question. How long could your family survive? 3 months? 30 days? 2 weeks? Or would everything begin falling apart by next Friday? That question may be uncomfortable, but it is one of the most important financial questions you will ever ask yourself, because millions of hardworking people spend decades working, yet remain only one missed paycheck away from financial crisis. Think about that. You may have worked for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. You woke up early. You showed up on time. You worked when you were tired. You worked when you were sick. You sacrificed weekends. You sacrificed sleep. Maybe you even sacrificed time with your children. And yet, after all those years, where is the wealth? Where are the assets? Where is the financial security that all those hours were supposed to create? For many people, the answer is painfully simple. The money came in and immediately went back out. Your paycheck arrives. Then the mortgage takes its share. The car payment takes its share. The credit card takes its share. The utility companies take their share. Restaurants take their share. Subscriptions take their share. And retailers take whatever is left. Everyone gets paid, except you. You may be working harder every year while becoming financially no stronger. That is the trap. You are producing the income, but other people are building the assets. And as long as your entire financial life depends on the next paycheck, you don't truly own your financial future. You are renting your lifestyle from your next month of labor. But there is a simple rule that can begin to reverse this. A rule used for generations by people who understand how wealth is actually built. Pay yourself first, not last. Not if there is money left over, not when you finally earn more, first. Because if you don't deliberately keep a portion of your income, your lifestyle will find a way to consume it. And that brings us to the biggest financial mistake most people make. Why do intelligent, hard-working people reach the end of every month with almost nothing saved? Because they are following a financial formula that sounds reasonable, but often fails in real life. The formula is income minus expenses equals savings. You receive your paycheck, you pay the bills, you buy groceries, you pay your debts, you enjoy some entertainment. Maybe you buy something you've wanted for months. And then, at the end of the month, you say, whatever is left, I'll save it. But here is the problem. There is usually nothing left. Why? Because human behavior adapts to available resources. Give someone a larger income. And without discipline, their lifestyle often expands with it. A bigger paycheck becomes a nicer car. A nicer car becomes a bigger house. A bigger house creates bigger bills. More income creates more subscriptions, more convenience, more entertainment, more consumption. And suddenly, you earn more than you did 5 years ago, but somehow save almost the same amount. This is lifestyle inflation, and it quietly destroys wealth. Now, imagine flipping the formula. Instead of income minus expenses equals savings you use, income minus savings and investments equals expenses. The moment your paycheck arrives, a predetermined percentage disappears from your spending account. 5%, 10%, 20%, whatever is realistic for your situation. That money is no longer available for impulse spending. It is assigned a mission. Build your future, and now something powerful happens. You don't ask yourself, can I afford to save this month? You have already saved. The question becomes, how do I live on what remains? That is a completely different psychological game. You are no longer trying to save whatever survives your lifestyle. You are designing your lifestyle around what remains after investing in your future. And this is where automation becomes incredibly powerful, because willpower is unreliable. You might be motivated today, but what happens when you're tired? What happens after a stressful day? What happens when your favorite store offers a huge discount? What happens when your friends invite you to an expensive dinner? You don't want your financial future to depend on how disciplined you feel at 8:30 p.m. on a Friday. So don't make saving a daily decision. Make it a system. But there is something even deeper behind this idea. Money is not just money. Think about your next paycheck differently. Don't see it as a number. See it as a piece of your life. If you work 8 hours today to earn your income, those 8 hours are gone forever. You cannot buy them back. You cannot save them for later. You cannot ask tomorrow to give them back. Your time is finite, and therefore, every dollar you earn represents some portion of your limited life energy. This changes the way you look at spending. When you spend money on something truly valuable, you are exchanging part of your life for something you believe is worth it. That's perfectly reasonable. Food, shelter, education, family experiences, health, meaningful experiences. These can all be worthwhile. But when your money constantly disappears into things that lose value almost immediately, something else is happening. You are exchanging irreplaceable life energy for temporary consumption. A new phone feels exciting for a few weeks. A new car feels exciting for a few months. A luxury purchase may feel incredible for a day, but the hours you traded to pay for those things, they're gone forever. This is why paying yourself first is so powerful, because you are taking a portion of your life energy and converting it into something that can potentially create more life energy for you later. Imagine investing $300 every month. That $300 doesn't just sit there. If invested appropriately for your goals and risk tolerance, it has the potential to grow. Then the growth itself can generate more growth. Your money begins working alongside you. And unlike your physical body, your invested capital doesn't need sleep. It doesn't need weekends. It doesn't call in sick. It doesn't retire at 65. It can potentially continue working while you're eating dinner with your family, while you're sleeping, while you're traveling, while you're spending time with your children. That is the real power of asset ownership. You stop depending exclusively on your own hours, and you begin building a second engine. Your first engine is your labor. Your second engine is your capital. At the beginning, your labor may produce almost everything, but over time, if you consistently invest and allow compounding to work, your capital can become increasingly meaningful. This is how ordinary people can gradually move from working only for money to having money work alongside them. But knowing the rule isn't enough. You need a system that makes the rule almost automatic. So let's make this practical. Here are the 3 steps. Step 1. Automate it. Do not wait until the end of the month. Do not depend on motivation. And do not tell yourself, I'll save whatever is left. Instead, choose your percentage in advance. If your finances are tight, start with 5%. If 5% is manageable, perhaps move toward 10%. If your situation allows more, increase it gradually. The number matters, but the habit matters even more. Set up an automatic transfer for the day your income arrives. Before your spending habits get a chance to consume the money, your future receives its share. Step 2. Separate it. Your wealth-building money should not sit beside your everyday spending money. Create distance. A separate savings or investment account can create a psychological barrier between your present desires and your future goals. Don't make accessing your long-term money as easy as buying something online. The harder it is to casually spend, the easier it becomes to protect. And remember, the purpose isn't to make your life miserable. The purpose is to make your priorities visible. Step 3. Learn to live on the remainder. This is where your financial intelligence begins to grow. When your spending account has less money available, you become more intentional. You start asking, do I really need this? Can I negotiate this bill? Why am I still paying for this subscription? Can I buy this used? Can I cook instead of ordering? Does this purchase move me toward the life I want? You begin discovering something surprising. You don't necessarily need to earn dramatically more to start changing your financial life. Sometimes, you simply need to stop allowing every dollar to disappear, and eventually, something extraordinary happens. You open your investment account and see that your future has money waiting for you. Then you check again 6 months later, then 1 year later, then 5 years later. The amount may not look impressive at first, but consistency changes the picture. Because wealth is rarely created by one spectacular financial decision. It is usually created by thousands of small decisions repeated for years. So ask yourself one final question. If you continue managing money exactly the way you do today, where will you be 5 years from now? Still dependent on every paycheck? Still hoping nothing goes wrong? Still saying, I'll start investing when I earn more? Or will you build a system where every paycheck automatically sends a portion of your income toward freedom? You don't have to become rich overnight. You don't have to predict the next stock market winner. You don't have to find a magical investment. You need something much less exciting, but much more powerful: consistency. Earn. Pay yourself first. Invest according to your plan. Live on the remainder. Repeat, and let time do what time does best. Compound your efforts. Because the goal isn't simply to have more money. The goal is to reach a point where your family is no longer completely dependent on your next paycheck, where your assets are helping carry the weight, and where you have more freedom to choose how you spend the most valuable asset you will ever own: your time. Start with your next paycheck, not next year, not when you're richer, not when life becomes easier. The next paycheck. Pay yourself first. Protect your future. Build your assets. And take back control of your financial life. If you want to build wealth, develop a stronger money mindset, and create financial freedom step by step, subscribe to Vibrant Success. Your future self will thank you for starting today.